Brought to you by Penguin.
Happy Ever After by C.C. Macdonald. Read by Kristin Atherton and C.C. Macdonald.
Conception. 1. It doesn't start with a kiss. It starts with the touch of bare knuckles under a molehill of cornflakes. That's when he looks at her, and something changes. Naomi still doesn't know his name. Doesn't want to. Knowing if he is a David or a Paul would reduce him somehow. Like all figures of fantasy, he's broad-shouldered, thick hair. Everything about him is thick. Not fat. Rigid. He always wears a bulky check shirt over a t-shirt, so to her, he is the lumberjack. She's often wondered whether the nursery nurses use the same name. They're probably too young to know what a lumberjack is. They're too young for him. Maybe his outfit is a conscious choice. Perhaps he knows the power such an archetypal uniform holds. Naomi feels the heat of a blush, so she yanks Prue up out of the messy play tray and walks to the other side of the room, her struggling toddler dropping cornflakes behind them, like breadcrumbs from a labyrinth. Naomi glances back at the lumberjack, engrossed with his son, who's laughing and squirming as his father throws clumps of cereal into his face. His eyes recapture hers at the exact moment that Prue succeeds in wriggling from her grasp. Naomi throws her arms behind her back and catches her little girl before she crashes headfirst into the wipe-clean flooring. She flicks the lumberjack a sardonic eyebrow. Kids. His features are fixed. Perhaps his jaw tenses. He doesn't want the complicity of a harried parent. He wants something else. 2. Naomi flings milk into a bowl of oats and yogurt and clatters it onto the high-chair tray, putting a stop to Prue's tears. Her raisin face unwrinkles to reveal skin so smooth that the sunlight streaming through the bifolding doors seems to halo off it. How can anything as perfect as her daughter's skin even exist? She drinks Prue's plumpness in for as long as she can, before pushing herself off the kitchen island and making her way to the living room. She keeps her eyes on the floorboards, and their shreds of belligerent underlay as she opens her dressing gown, his dressing gown, flattens herself onto their inherited sofa, and arranges herself. She looks over at her husband's naked back, skin pulled taut over his spine, unrecognizable from the back she thought she knew. 2 flat, flowery baps for an arse. Bubble, 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 hop! Prue sings from the kitchen. Charlie sighs with exasperation, shakes his head. It's not going to happen, is it? She tries to keep her words as matter-of-fact as possible, but she can feel the swell of rage brewing inside her. He turns his head towards her, but only so she can see his profile, keeping his body hidden from her. He opens his mouth to speak, but says nothing. How is it so difficult to have sex with your wife? He turns back to the mantelpiece and lets the word fuck out in a long, whispered breath. A cry comes from the other room. Spoon! 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 Prue delivers her message, and when no action is taken, a desperate wail sirens along the ground floor. It has to be today. She sits up and wraps the dressing gown around her top half, knowing how impossible it is to be commanding with your boobs on show. She's crying.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?